the Tesla earnings. I think I'm a little bit late on this report, but there's something I really want to for you guys to look into, because I think that this might actually give you guys a lot of value. And of course, instead of me actually going through with all the numbers and such in all those details, I think that it's pretty evident that we already gotten through all the nitty-gritty details of all the numbers and such. So I think I'm going to just let the basic details out of the way, and let's get into the more intricate stuff that I think you guys would want to know more about. Okay, so of course, simply, we got a beat on our EPS. That's great. We got good growth. We're expecting up to 50% growth in this year. So pretty good. Everything sounds great. But a lot of people are still calling this one of the worst earnings. And I will explain to you guys the 4 different reasons why. Okay, these 4 reasons are going to be very, very quick. I'm going to sum this video up really, really quickly for you guys. Okay, so just stay with me. All right, so firstly, we have to talk about the Bitcoin sale. Okay, of course, with 75% of their Bitcoin being converted to fiat currency, that definitely so-called like sparked a little bit of a confusion with the public when the earning calls actually happened. Okay, I think that this is simply one of the slightly more important things that actually happened in this report. So first of all, we have to also understand that without this sale of this Bitcoin going through in this earnings transcript, Tesla would actually have a negative cash flow. With converting the Bitcoin over to fiat currency, they actually got about $936 million, whereas their operating income was actually down by $836 million, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, if we actually did not have this sudden increment of 936 million, then yeah, Tesla would actually be in the negative cash flow. And of course, that would be technically detrimental. Well, I won't say detrimental. I think that that's just a little bit of a setback. But of course, a little bit setback to the growth that Tesla has been having throughout the years. All right, so second thing, we have to talk about the Shanghai factory. I think that especially during the majority of Q2, Shanghai actually closed down, and then afterwards they fully closed down, and then afterwards it was partially closed down simply because of the whole zero COVID policy in China. And of course, that was definitely a hit to Tesla as well. And of course, how Giga Shanghai has always been one of the focal point in production for Tesla, I think that is definitely a pain point for Tesla. And of course, we have to also take into consideration for the production of the 2170 cells and also the 4680s. And of course, in the earnings call, I think it's the earning call, where they basically was actually talking about how the 2170 cells are definitely sufficient to keep up with the demand for the production for this year. And of course, for us to actually get a huge ramp up for the production, 4680s would definitely be something that we have to look into. But of course, there will be a problem that we have to look into in the next year, and most likely something that we will have more information about in the next quarter. So thirdly, we have to talk about the worst margin since the last year. Basically, in the last 4 quarters, this is one of the worst margins. And for people who do not understand why margins mean so much to Tesla, is because the margin basically dictates how much Tesla actually earns. And from the last quarter, Tesla basically reached a margin of 32.9%. I think that was excluding tax credits, which was pretty good. Okay, if anything, I would say it was phenomenal for Tesla as one of the leading automobile company to actually hit to that extent. I thought that it was fantastic, and of course, we would expect Tesla to actually hit 32% and kind of stabilize around the area and such. But of course, with these quarter earnings, we saw that the margin actually dropped to 27.9%. So of course, again, it's going to be affecting Tesla. But do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is horrible for Tesla, because by no means do I mean any of that, because 27.9% is still pretty good. And I like I said before, I still do not see any other automobile company actually coming this close to Tesla with the variety of different vehicles that they actually own in their own arsenal. And of course, lastly, we got a huge increment in our S and X production, which I've been saying a lot for a lot of different Tesla videos that I've actually created. I think it's one of the most important thing I want to really see in Tesla. Okay, for the longest time, I think that the S and X production is one of the key points for Tesla. Okay, first of all, we have to understand that having a year-over-year 600% increment in the production for the S and X is a fantastic news for Tesla. Okay, I believe that for Tesla to basically succeed in their continual line of production, S and X is definitely going to play a very, very pivotal role. Okay, if you have more S and X production, it means that there is more demand in all your different quality and luxury vehicles, which of course constitute to a higher margin for all the productions. And for us to actually see the bump up from the production of about 2,000 vehicles produced a quarter up to now 16,400 vehicles produced feels absolutely amazing. The demand are strong and the factories are also strong as well. So these are the things that I do think that are technically not the worst for Tesla, but of course things that we have to actually take note of for Tesla. But anyway, this is just a very, very short video for Tesla's earnings summary for people who kind of watch my channel and such. Of course, do not miss out on the Wednesday video because I'll be going through the FOMC expectation because FOMC meeting is going to be starting on the 26th, which is going to be basically before I even upload the video. But the FOMC meeting is going to last for 2 days, and when Jerome Powell comes out, he's going to talk about it, and I might do a summary video as well. But anyway, stay tuned for that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoy this sort of content, it will help me out a lot if you just drop a like and also subscribe to my channel. And yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.